And I guarantee they're always hungry no matter how much they eat. Oh, I love the dancing frogs. What a spectacular place for a statue. This is the mussels, huh? Both of you.
Any pond contractor out there, I would say get a couple girls on your crew.
Look at how the water just bubbles up there. This is the filter. That's how you hide a biofalls right there.
We actually mapped the idea of this out, sitting in the bar on the back of a napkin.
Wait a minute, you were sitting at a bar?
Well, yeah.
Working?
Absolutely working.
Well, I just pulled up at Across the Pond, and I guess Chris and Diane have their shop right next to where they live, which is cool because the last time I was here, they worked in a different spot. So I'm Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy. This is my channel, Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy, and it's all about showcasing how people live the aquascape lifestyle, and in this case, how a certified aquascape contractor lives the aquascape lifestyle. Check this out. Oh, I can see that you're prepared for my visit.
I got my hat on.
How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. So this is Chris and his better half, Diane.
Hello, how are you?
I'll give a big kiss and a hug for this
That's
one.
right.
So you've been here for about a year?
Actually, 4
4
years now.
That was like 5 years ago, the last time I was visiting you?
We were in Maple Avenue.
Yes.
We bought this house. It was a fixer-upper. So we're doing bits and pieces, but this is our small pond.
I can already hear it. It's right over there.
One out back.
All right, I can't wait. So Chris, how long have you had this?
Last year. We built this in springtime last year as a training course for the 2 new employees we had.
Oh, that's cool. So did you watch them build it? Did you work alongside of them?
I did quite a bit of the waterfalls, but they did 80% of it.
Right, so this would be a kind of a little bit smaller than the average size pond that you would
A
recommend.
little 8 by 11.
8 by 11.
Screen's a little longer than we ordinarily would put on.
So this is a contrast to what's in your backyard.
Yes, very much so. If I bring customers around and just show them the backyard, we need something that's a little bit more affordable for them to see.
Yeah. This is nice. A couple of small koi and a couple of goldfish.
It's mostly fish which needed a home from somewhere.
Right.
And little guys we cleaned out of the big pond.
But here's what I like about this. So if you're watching this, what I'm loving is forget-me-not here.
Yep.
Look at how it softens it up. So
oh, it's beautiful.
you have some stones, which is fine. You've got a gravel area, and then you've got this beautiful forget-me-not, which flowers, and it just softens up the border so that you don't have the ring of pearls look all the way around it.
I trust you notice the 3-dimensional look of the taller rocks in the stream as well. So you don't just put flat ones in.
Yeah, so let's look at that too. Big boulder here, and then it's almost like a little stepping area. That's a stepping rock that juts out, and it also twists the stream. So this entire stream is probably only 3 feet wide at the widest, but you probably use a 10-foot wide liner just so that you can cut it and twist it and turn it.
You got it.
So that's one of the things people are always worried about, trying to get the liner to the right size of the stream. You want to have extra liner so that you can work with the rocks, because this way you don't draw these on paper.
Oh, no.
Because you can't draw something like this where it just juts out there.
Where they're going.
And then here's another thing I want to point out in this small water feature. Probably from that water level to that is probably 18 inches.
Maybe 18 inches, so it's a very, very small grade change.
Because look, you got a big tree right there. Most people would put a high waterfalls in here to try to see it from the street or something, when the reality is I could hear that water as soon as I got out of my car. Yeah. Just that little quick sound.
It's a general grade, so you want to keep it dry as natural as you possibly can, and I think this flows in beautiful. Just a nice simple waterfall.
Splits down into 2 here, hard turn right there, twists around, and it looks just like it was formed in nature.
Yeah, and well, it's basically a straight shot with the liner there, just putting the rocks in the appropriate places.
And people ask where's the best place to put a water feature, wherever you're going to spend time, and I could guarantee you that that's a really nice front yard porch to spend some time at. Just beautiful. Beautiful and simple. Not bad. All right, so this is kind of a 3-season room here.
This room is awful. We're working on this room.
This was a complete fix-up, huh?
This is what's the last room we have to do.
Wow, it's got nice bones, though.
That's good. All this is coming out. New windows, new everything.
Wow, look at this. Wow, look at this. And it looks like some of those koi came from your last pond, huh?
Yeah, we moved everybody over, yeah.
This is spectacular. And it looks like they're ready, as soon as they hear that door open, right? They're ready to get...
They're ready to get fed again.
They will eat 15 times a day if you let them.
This is splendid. So how long has this pond been in?
The hole was dug in November 2015.
So right when you bought the house?
Within 3 months.
Yeah.
we did.
Big plug for the CC program. We had Jack, April, Sean, Chuck Catton came down from Canada to help us with this.
Really? Just
BJ. There was a CAC thing. We had a whole bunch of people come in.
Wow, look at this. It just draws you in. There's not a person that walks out that back that's not gonna walk over here and come right up to these giant ledge rocks right around the edge that are just destination boulders. And then you're greeted by some very hungry fish. And I guarantee they're always hungry no matter how much they eat. Big pond that they have, and it is really filled with fish. I love that stump here. And then the lifestyle. It's not just the water feature, it's everything else that goes around the water feature. Just awesome. And to think before this was just grass, and now look at it. Nice seating area over here, beautiful stone pathway. And if I just go right over here, I can already tell I'm gonna like this view. Wow. Intake bay right here. Aw, for Gunner. This was his spot because of the sound of the water.
And the big rock.
Aw, that's their dog Gunner.
The fish for hours.
For real, even after all those years, he was still entertained by the fish, huh?
He loves them, and they loved him.
I don't mind if I do. Oh, I love the dancing frogs. What a spectacular place for a statue. Wow. Oh, that rock is so cool. Look at how the water just bubbles up there. That is a biofalls beneath there. Wow. This is the filter. Right underneath here is a biofalls. Somewhere underneath whatever this plant is. Yep, there it is. I can see the edge. That's how you hide a biofalls right there. Not bad. Look at this edge. Just spectacular. More awesome statues, dragonflies, but just look at this edge. How the rocks are in here. We just got bog bean growing in here. Look at that. Just softening up the borders. You've got driftwood. You've got a beach area, big destination boulders, softened up with incredible landscaping around it that's just going to continue to mature. Some big fish in here. Just spectacular. So what did it look like when you got this place?
When we bought this place, it was neglected all over. It was in bad shape. Unfortunately, the folks who had it, they couldn't keep up with it. You know, that
well, you said it's 3 acres?
Yeah, 3 acres. It was completely overgrown. Poison ivy just growing up the sides of the houses. The inside was falling apart.
There's plenty of landscaping in the gutters.
Yeah, in the gutters.
That was horrendous.
Yeah, and one of the first things you tackled was the outside, huh?
Yeah.
Well, the first thing I tackled was calling a hotel because we signed the papers to move in. It was middle of July, it was baking hot. I walked in there and I'm like, nope.
Wow, is that bad,
I
huh?
slept in some interesting places in Africa and it was just, this was disgusting.
Well, you've done a good job. So it's Diane's got good taste, huh?
Well, clearly.
That was an easy setup.
This was the first project. We bought it in July 2015, and like I say, we dug the pond out, basically did the pond, got the fish in the old house.
Because they were living in a pool. There was a pool, an above ground pool over on the other side of the house, and they lived in that for, what, 4 months or so. We turned the pool into a, basically for them, got the pond done and got everybody into it, and then we worried about the inside of the house.
And that is a contractor for you right there. Pond first, inside second.
We have 3 bathrooms, 1 was usable.
Well, then the garage for the motorcycles, obviously.
Wait a minute. A Brit has a Harley?
Whose bike is that? Not my bike.
So tell me the story here. What's the story here?
Well, this little piggy is Ralph Bizad's bike.
All right, so you're storing a bike for a certified aquascape contractor brother that comes in and rides with you, and then you got your Triumphs, huh?
Yep, this is Diane's.
Okay.
This is my long distance bike.
Beautiful.
Out to Chicago, South Dakota.
Uh-huh.
On this one.
Nice.
And this is Traffic Menace hooligan machine.
And Diane, how big is your bike?
1,200.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
A little girl like you can control a 1,200?
Yeah.
That is impressive. Not bad. All the toys. A water garden at night takes on a whole different vibe and feel. Let's see if the fish hear me. What's up, guys? Love the underwater lights. The fish are coming alive like dancing jewels. Listen to that sound. Crickets, waterfalls, and dancing fish. That's about as good as it gets right there, guys. Chris, give me a little tour of your pond here?
This is just very simple. We have pump intakes in that corner. We have a wetland filter over there. The waterfalls don't really do a whole lot in terms of filtration, just aesthetics.
What pumps did you use over here?
We have a 12 PN running the left-hand side of the waterfalls and a 4 to 8 running the
adjustable
looking waterfall.
And so they sit down here in a pump.
Yep. And then there's the 4 to 8 actually running the pod. We could probably do a smaller pump than that in there.
So you got 3 pumps running the system.
2 4 to 8 sit in that one, and a 12 PN sits in there.
And you've got your memorial for your pup. That was about a year ago?
Yeah, February.
And that was his favorite spot to go, huh?
If there was ever taking leaves out the intakes, was one of his favourite things was to kneeling down there, he'd come and jam his head underneath my elbow, and he'd love to see what was in the intakes.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, it was one of his.
So talk a little bit about this. When you built this, what was it like going through this process?
Well,
how long did it take?
To actually dig this out and get it rocked in was about 3 days. Not long at all. We had proper machines and people who know what they're doing. This was all just, there was nothing. Just nothing here. Not even nice grass. Scrubland. It hadn't been taken care of even a little bit. We actually mapped the idea of this out sitting in the bar on the back of a napkin. Design work was a proper 5 or 10 minute.
Wait a minute. You were sitting at a bar?
Well, yeah.
Working?
Absolutely working. Always working.
You know what? Nothing would get done if you couldn't work at a bar.
No. No, it's because we've got a big area here, so we can pretty much do any kind of shape or whatever we wanted to do. Of course, the final project didn't actually turn out exactly as the drawing would indicate, but it's close enough.
How many tons of stone did you go through here?
I reckon there's 60, 70 tons of boulders in here.
So 120 to 140,000 pounds of rock were brought in for this.
Yep.
So a project like this for Across the Pond to recreate in somebody's backyard with the wetland filter, with the waterfalls, with the intake bays, with 4 pumps, right?
3 pumps.
3 pumps. What would a project like this run?
We'd be right in the $100,000 range if you added the landscaping in, and especially if you added the patio we did up there, we'd be up over
$120,000. So people might say that's a lot of money, but then how many people are out there that have cars that sit in their garage that get used a few months out of the year that cost that much? This thing gets to be enjoyed 365 days out of the year, right?
I mean, if we put in a swimming pool, this same footprint, you'd be 120,000, no problem at all.
Yeah, for a concrete swimming pool. And unlike swimming pool, a recreation pond is usable 365 days out of the year. Look at this exquisite landscape. I love these giant slabs of bluestone, the sedums growing in between them, and then look at the detail work. Look at the stone work in between. Just spectacular. Who would not want to sit in that hot tub? Look at that one stump there, strategically placed. Perfect. These 2 rocks right here will make an echo chamber and you'll have a deeper sound. What are you doing?
I'm going to go get ready for my day of vlogging.
So how do you enjoy the water feature?
I absolutely love it. I would be here 24 hours a day if I could. This is my therapy, so to speak.
Yep.
With running a business, just taking care of family and the stresses of everyday life, this is my solitude and my friend. Every morning, every day, every time I'm out here weeding, there they are.
And then speaking of there they are, here come your other friends.
This is Maggie.
This is the muscles, huh? Both of you.
And this is Kimmy.
Hi, Kimmy.
Has, basically, she does the maintenance aspect. She's on construction as well. Both of them do maintenance. They're amazing. My customers love them.
This is a little bit different than what you guys were doing. You were a bartender and you were a travel agent. So why water features? Why job? Why this industry?
I like working outside personally, and just everything that goes into this really inspires me, and I like the creativity aspect of things.
Well, I guess in my free time I would be outside anyway, so why not work outside?
Yeah, get paid for it, right?
Yeah. Get paid for it.
But it's not easy work. It's physical labor.
Oh, no, it is. But I mean, I also get,
They have incredible attention to detail. Like any contractor out there, I would say get a couple girls on your crew because they're worth their weight in gold.
Amen.
Hello.
So 8 a.m. start? Boy, that's a nice job, buddy. We're at 6:30. So, Phil, what year is this for you, bud?
In 2009.
So you've been doing this since 2009, huh?
Yeah, I like doing it.
And what do you like about the job?
The creativity.
Yeah, it's art, right?
There's no lines.
It's art.
Yeah.
You can paint outside the lines. Don't you have one other guy working with you?
Yes, Mike, and he is off today.
Okay, so a crew of 4, and then you and Chris.
Yes.
And you were the 2nd largest customer in our whole network last year, right?
We are number 11 across your whole company.
That's not bad. That's not bad. So annual annual sales?
Last year we were $950.
$1 million business working with 4 people, you and your husband, out of the side of your house, building artwork.
Yes.
That's pretty good. And we're always looking for certified aquascape contractors, and certified aquascape contractors are always looking for people that want careers with working with their hands building water features, because this really is art. We want people that are passionate. These are passionate people. That's the #1 thing. We hire for attitude, we train for aptitude. If you're interested in becoming a certified aquascape contractor yourself, please check out the link below, because we have CACs all over the country that are looking for people that have the right attitude, and we're always looking for contractors that want to build art and have a great career. I love my job. I love my art.